Hello ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome again to our YouTube channel where we give you latest update of what is happening in Nigeria, Africa and across the world. Alright, today I want to give you latest update coming from the world of Biafra and IPOB. Okay, I will be starting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, and then after that I will take you to what has happened today, the 13th day of February 2021 at Lekki Toll Gate. Of course, you know that there's going to be a protest today, and whether there was supposed to be a protest today, and due to the heavy presence of the security personalities or personal security agents, the protest could not hold. Quite a number of people were arrested, and a popular comedian known as Mr. Macaroni was also arrested. As a result of that, this has come to be that I want to give you update on what is happening all over. So first of all, let me take you to the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still talking about the history on how the Fulani started their issue with AK-47 and the rest. According to him, he said it all started with allow us Fulani to graze our cattle on your land. By the time they realized what was happening, it was already too late. Summary of how Fulani annihilated the Hausa tribe, exactly what they are now doing or trying to do to Biafrans and Oduduwa. He further said Usman Danfodio assembled a Fulani army to fight an unprovoked jihad against the Hausa kingdom of the north of Nigeria. The forces of Usman Danfodio slowly took over more and more of the Hausa kingdoms, capturing Gobe in 1808 and executing Yufa. The Hausa has established well-organized city-states before the advent of the Fulani, who are not indigenous to Nigeria. These states include Katsina, Daura, that is Katsina of Daura, okay, Kanu, and Kanu we have Zauzau, we have Zaria, we have Biram, we have Gobi, which is now Sokoto, and all of these were conquered by and established by the Fulani as emirates. Well, this is a brief history of how Fulani took over the northern part of Nigeria, according to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I told you today I'm going to give you bomb. I'm going to give you real news coming to you from Voice Suit Nigeria. Okay, still on the issue of the Hausas, Fulani tribe, ESN, and so on. Kanu has said today Hausas are only used as foot soldiers by their lord and new master, the Fulani tribes. This is what Fulanis want to replicate in other parts of Nigeria and what ESN was formed to stop. Sadly, those who ignorantly believed in one Nigeria are aiding this relentless march of Fulani. Of course, you know what Nnamdi Kanu wanted was referendum, and he has been fighting tooth and nail for a referendum. And well, what I just have to say here is that Nigeria knows what we want, and we really know what is better for us. Okay, so let's come out and speak whatever we want. The government cannot stop the masses. Okay, he said Islamists have made great stride in their goal to transmute Nigeria into an Islamic sultanate, since all the major structures of governance are under their control. They have been helped by the traitor among the ethnic leaders, according to T.Y. Danjuma. Well, Kanu has said to T.Y. Danjuma, he should not be a traitor also, since he's fighting against this. He should support Eastern Security Network. Of course, the Eastern Security Network really need to gain ground on which they fight and defend the Eastern region. And that is what Mazi Kano has been calling. And I want you to know that most of the governors are yet to support the Eastern Security Network. And the only politician that has openly, publicly support this move is a person called Senator Eyinaya Abaribe of the Abia State Senatorial Zone. And he has said it's only a tree that you will cut down and it will not react. But as far as you are human, when they cut you, you must have to react. And that is what the Eastern Security Network stands for: self-defense. Everyone has a right to life. That is what Eyinaya Abaribe said. Well, more to that, as we are giving you more updates from Voice Suit YouTube channel. Kano has further said that Nigeria was doomed from the start when control of the nation was ceded to those with a medieval mindset. It created an entitlement mentality that triggered a civil war and is now threatening another. Trust me, the war shall come sooner than later unless Nigeria is divided now. Well, of course, you all know what causes Biafra war after a certain agreement was reached, later breached by some set of folks, and which the Biafran Lord, or the Mogo Ojukwu, was not happy with, and that was what made the Igbo to declare the Biafran state, that is the old Eastern region, to declare Biafran country. Well, Kano has said if Nigeria did not divide now, it might call for another war, and that war is not that far, it's just soon, okay? And let Nigeria divide now. Of course, Kano has been fighting and agitating for a referendum. Let the Biafra go. This is just like saying, let Pharaoh let my people go. Of course, that is what Nnamdi Kanu is demanding from Nigerian. Pharaoh let my people go. Jehovah Lord is calling them. Of course, Kano is saying, let Biafran go, let the Igbo go, let the South go, let them go and form whom they really are, that is the Biafran. Okay, but I'm assuring you that one day on this channel, we will give you brief history on the Biafran news. Okay, but while we are giving you more, just pay attention to listening to more of our news and reports coming to you from Voice Suits. Kano further said that after killing all the Habe rulers of Hausa kingdom, they used age-old takiya to hold them down by calling them Hausa Fulanis. Today, most Hausa people are in IDP camps begging for their lives. Very sad. Hausas have really suffered. Now is the right time for them to wake up. The question is, are the Hausas really ready to wake up? They see themselves as one. When it comes to politics, they demand for same thing. They are proud to call themselves Hausa Fulani. Who are the Fulanis? Who are the Hausas? Okay, are they really ready to be free based on history that Nnamdi Kanu has given? That is another thing we should consider. Well, that is not for me to debate on. That is for every one of us to debate on. So I am only doing my part, speaking on my own based on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said. Okay, Katsina is seen as Fulani own state. Kanu is still as Fulani own state. Sokoto is still as Fulani own state. Okay, and this is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was explaining, that this state was officially owned by the Hausas before Usman Danfodio came in and pleaded to give us chance to rear our car. During the process, he brought in some Fulani Khalifa, some Fulani soldiers that helped conquered the Hausa land, and it's been colonized by the Fulani. Well, Kanu, who is known for his speech, has also said more things about the Biafra and Oduduwa. He said, don't be shy to call yourself a Biafran or Oduduwa. That's your identity from the beginning of time. Be proud of it. That is whom you hear before some British mistress artificially named you Nigeria, a demeaning misnomer that has brought tears and blood to your life. Of course, the Biafra and Oduduwa are having a collaboration recently, and the collaboration is to ensure that they have the free states of living. The Yorubas are demanding for Oduduwa, and the Igbos are calling for Biafrans. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started the agitation of Biafra for long, and the Yoruba collaborate. They follow them on their verified Twitter handle. They work hand in hand. They retweet Mazi tweets, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu retweet Oduduwa's tweet, and that is what Biafrans are doing with Oduduwas, and they are moving ahead peacefully. Well, we don't really know where this collaboration will land us, but as we speak, both of them are moving together. And Kanu has said that let them not be shy to bear Oduduwa and Biafra respectively. Let them answer them, because that is the real name before the colonial mistress came and changed it. That is, the British mistress came and changed it to Nigeria, and that is another problem. Of course, I was listening to one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcasts with Dele Momodu, where he was explaining the origin of the word and the origin and the meaning of Nigeria, of course, and it's really funny the way he explained that. That is why I told you I have a lot for you. Okay. Kanu has reacted to what John Campbell said. According to John Campbell, he said, in the former Biafra, the establishment of ESN security network, ESN, that is Eastern Security Network, seems to reflect residual support for Igbo separatism. Well, Kanu said, I agree to what John Campbell said, but it's beyond Igbo separatism. It's Biafra restoration. Efik Igodomigo do ya Ibibio Idoma Ijo etc. These are the people coming together, not just the old Biafrans, but the old Eastern state and other Biafran states like the Ijo and the rest, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also named and being part of them. Okay, shocking that the world opinion leaders keep falling for the lies that Fulani herdsmen encamped in the forest of Biafra and Oduduwa are peaceful pastoralists, when in fact they are state-sponsored terrorists. At UK in Nigeria, at US in Nigeria, and please take note why ESM are formed. Well, you all know that the Fulani are actually based in the bush, where they do their broadcasts. Their rearing of cows and other things they need to do, stay in some part of them with their family. But the situation is now that the thing has resulted to many banditry and terrorism attack in different parts of the country. Many are saying that these are Fulani attack, and the Fulani did not deny it, but only what they say, according to the Inspector General of Police, and being quoted by a Senator, Einaya Abaribe, said that the Inspector General of Police said the Fulani that are attacking people from the bush are foreigners. The question is, how do they get into the country? If truly they are foreigners, how do they get into the country? The fact remains that the Fulani are in the bush and they are attacking innocent citizens from the bush. So the bush, they need to vacate the bush. Let's know that, yeah, they're no more in the bush, they're outside. Then we all know how to tackle the insecurity challenges. Well, that is what Nigeria are crying for. That is what most security team, like Amateku security units and ESN are seriously fighting against that the Fulani should actually leave the bush and come to the city or town. And also most states, especially the western part and the southern part of Nigeria, has officially banned grazing of cow or rearing of cow in some area of the country. And this has not been going well with Miati Hala. Miati Hala wants them to freely rear their cow in any part of the country, any part of the land. But of course, that is not possible. You cannot tell a farmer to come to the main road and farm. You either go to a place where there is farmland to farm. Moreover, we need their food to survive. Even the animal needs their food to survive. So why do we have to attack farmers all because we want our cow to survive? That is not fair. We need to consider things. We need to look at how things is being done in our country, Nigeria. All right, a lot of issues going around, especially the killing of Christians, and of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not just advocating for Biafra alone; he's also advocating for Christianity. The way the killings of Christianity are going, he's not really happy with that. Well, North Korea and Nigeria are among the worst countries of Christian persecution. Kanu said that is a fact. In average of 10 Christians, an average of 10 Christians are killed per day in Nigeria, according to evidence from Open Door. They said violence in Nigeria against Christians have reached the level of genocide. Of course, I think we should reason with what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said and quoted currently, because the killings happening in most places is really affecting. Though the killing is going around, but especially to the Christian, is more than a genocide. Of course, we know we'll survive that, but we have to stand out to survive it. Well, it is our conviction that Boko Haram and tribesmen, inspired by its intent to ethnically cleanse Nigeria of any Christian it cannot subjugate. Let me take that place again. It's our conviction that Boko Haram and tribesmen, inspired by its intent to ethnically cleanse Nigeria of any Christian it cannot subjugate. The 2020 report of U.S. Commission of International Religious Freedom, where Kanu have said, they should take note that those tribesmen are in the Nigerian government and also in the army and other security agents, and that is why they are inspiring Boko Haram and other activities. Of course, Boko Haram are so deadly and they have really dealt with Nigeria, and of course, they are regarded as the second most dangerous terrorist group in the world. That is since before the President Muhammadu Buhari regimes begins. Okay, now we are saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has reacted to what former President Olusegun Obasanjo said. According to Obasanjo, he said, we need national meeting to settle Nigeria's national identity. Obasanjo, we need national meeting to settle Nigerians' national identity. That is what Obasanjo said. And that to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, now you can see it as a call for referendum. He said, in other words, we need a referendum. Yes, Obasanjo have said the right thing to him is the right thing. Kanu agitation and passion for the actualization of Biafra has really made him to believe in anything they call referendum. In fact, I believe that the only thing that will make Kanu step his feet in Nigeria is not just a change of government, it's a change of call for referendum. He has been fighting, advocating for referendum, and that is what, just like the former president is saying his mind in particular. Well, it's another funny moment with Biafran, as this time around the Biafran lady known as Oluchi Christie has said that if voting could change anything in Nigeria, they would have abolished it since in Nigeria. The same way they have abolished other good things that could benefit the citizens. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said yes to this. Voting is not a good thing. That is to say that voting is totally rigged in Nigeria. Okay, Fulani S-men are the bandits, kidnappers. That is what the cry of Kaduna and Niger community. And where Kanu has said, unlike IPOB, bandits. Okay, Kanu has quoted what Lai Mohammed said. According to Lai Mohammed, we said, unlike IPOB, bandits cannot be proscribed in Nigeria. Well, that is what Lai Mohammed said. And Kanu has said, when will the US, EU, UK, UN, AU and other apologists for this sorry excuse of the government in Nigeria wake up from their slumber and stop supporting Nigerian presidents? He is an enabler of terrorism. Of course, based on what Lai Mohammed said, he just believed that the Nigerian government is an enabler, they aid and support terrorism in Nigeria. Okay, Yoruba group have said, Nnamdi Kanu also quoted it. Yoruba group said, the Yoruba do not want war, but we will defend ourselves should this unprovoked attack by the Fulani continue. Of course, one of the Fulani attack, bandit attack, is now be classified as bandit attack. The attack is going on in the south, it's going on in the west, it's going on everywhere in Nigeria, and everyone is rising up to their feet to defend themselves. Self-defense, they said, is never an offense, provided it involves self-defense. It's not an offense in Nigeria. The Fulani cannot subjugate the rest of the peoples of Nigeria. Rather, the reverse will be the case. Yoruba Summit Group. That is what the Yoruba Summit Group said, and Nnamdi Kanu quoted it on its verified Twitter. And of course, the Fulani Group cannot subjugate the rest of the people of Nigeria. Rather, the reverse will be the case. Of course, the Fulani Group is not Nigeria. They cannot dictate alone for Nigeria. Nigeria has some other regions that are also large and can decide for themselves. Wow, this is very, very serious and funny. Comment coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he said, Amotekun has been politicalized. What a shame. He said, how can Amotekun with pump action and then go and engage with fourth most dangerous terror group in the world that has sophisticated weapon like AK-47? Of course, it's not really going to be easy for them, like using this pump gun, this hunter gun, to challenge those with AK-47. It's not going to be easy. The challenge is not going to be easy, and it's going to be a real battle. Well, we just pray God helps us, God help us. So the reason is because the Amotekun are using pump action, and the bandits, the Fulani dangerous terrorists, are using sophisticated weapons like AK-47. Well, Kanu said it is time for an outfit with pedigree like Odua People's Congress, that is the OPC, to take over. Well, like Kanu said this shortly after Bala Mohammed said, give reason why S-men will continue to carry AK-47. It looks as if this thing is not just a political something, because the way governors, northern governors, are backing this issue of AK-47. The Bauchi governor under fire for saying Fulani S-men carries AK-47 for self-defense. What kind of self-defense is that? Who is attacking them? They have matches they use for self-defense against other grass animals. So why would they carry AK-47 and said it's for self-defense? I'm still surprised. Okay, I'm still surprised for that. Well, Kanu has said today that dear indigenous Nigeria, instead of 14 Fulani governor of Bauchi for justifying AK-47 assault rifles for S-men, you should urgently bank on the business of getting one for yourself. For how long will this trumpet of war sound before you get your plowshares into weapon? That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Alright, that is all from now from the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra. Maybe as later we'll be giving you more updates before the end of the news, if we have any from him. Let's take you to other Biafra activists so you could get latest update from the world of Biafra. Well, a lawyer, Jimako, one of the lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I really admire this young lawyer. Of course, he said, beware of rulers of Nigeria. If you are into Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, you are against open grazing, you want revolution now, you gave Buhari 5% vote, you are for NSAS. You are for NSAS, you are for restructuring, you are IPOB or shite, you are not a herdsman, then beware of Nigeria. Of course, that is what Allah Yejimako said. You know, the ban of cryptocurrency has really stirred up a lot of challenge. Nigerians are fully involved in cryptocurrency deal, cryptocurrency business. In fact, after the United States, Nigeria is rated one of the highest traders of cryptocurrency. And the way the government would like trying to prescribe and ban it is really annoying and insulting. Well, we hope everything turns out good, because youth are really living large on that. And the way, if the government bans it, where would they want them to go? If everyone goes into farming, who will buy the food? How would they raise money to do other things they need to do that are not food materials? Allah Ejimako has said, if an Igbo man can go to the north and set up a business, why won't S-men come to the south Professor Ango Abudulai, and he has replied what Professor Ango Abudulai said. He said, Igbo man rents and buys the place, he does business. Rents or buys the place, he lives. Igbo man does not live in forests, and he does not terrorize his host community. That is just different. Of course, the major issue here is the terrorist attack by the Fulanis. It has really been a big problem to many Nigerians, and they are seeing a way whereby they're looking for a way to tackle such issue about Fulani S-men. Well, he said, according to our lawyer, Ejimako, who further said, national security succeeds only when security agents are indoctrinated to recognize the real enemy. Nigeria's security agents have been indoctrinated to think that the real enemies are answers. The IPOB revolution now instead of Boko Haram, ISWAP, that is Islamic State of West Africa province, and S-men terrorists. He said, no, that is foul. Of course, the fight, someone said, according to author, he said, what has IPOB done that you prescribed? And bandits, S-men that are busy killing people are yet to be prescribed. So why did you do that? Well, we need a serious answer on that. Okay, but Lai Mohammed has said something so funny that many Nigerians laughed at. The IPOB, they are proscribed because they are thinking of going out of the country, and that is why they are proscribed. But bandits, they only know that they are criminals, so proscribing them is not required, is not needed. So these are the things we really need to look into. Okay, what IPOB prescribing, what Lai Mohammed said, is not thing to be looked into. Yes, if they are terrorist group, then they're not just criminals. These are terrorist groups. They are terrorist group. Prescribe them. A terrorist group should be prescribed. Okay, according to the interview by Alloy, by other notable site on Alloy, he said, yes, that is right. ESN is only after terrorists. That is what Aloy Ejimako said. That is what they said. Of course, you all know that some video trended online where some ESM member were seen in the bush trying to chase out Fulani from the bush down, out from the bush, okay? And he said, dear cattle merchants, apart from being illegal, open grazing is dangerous, medieval, intrusive, threatening, divisive, and dirty. Above all, it kills people, decent and innocent people. For God's sake, build a ranch for your cattle and S-men. It's simple. Build a ranch for them. Build a ranch. Let them have a place for them to be trained. Let the cattle have a place. In fact, even in agriculture, that is how we were taught. Today, when they are done feeding on this place, you take them to another side close to you that you share, that you kept apart. That is what they call ranching, the place where you keep and train your cows. That is how it's being done, not to take them along the street, along the road. Federal road, you will see cow excrete and everything on the ground. That is not good. It's not good to hear. Okay, in the federal road, you try to cross, you see cow trying to cross road, causing traffic on the road, which we need to checkmate. Aloy Ejimako further said that there is no better confirmation of the emerging petition of Nigeria than the latest threat of reprisal emanating from the north against the south, just because the south dared to rid itself of terrorists and how also ravage the north. The cut is too deep to heal. That is what Aloy Ejimako said. The cut is too deep to heal. Of course, you know that the issue of self-defense has been in the heart of every Southerners, and the North felt that defending themselves, chasing Fulani from the bush, is special oppression to the Fulani group, and they are saying they shall revenge what their brothers are facing in the South. Okay, and he's saying that no, the brothers, the world people that have been disturbed in the South are terrorists. He has said it before. They are terrorists, so the South is only defending themselves or trying to get rid of terrorists. Aloy also said that one of the greatest injustice in Nigeria is that the Sharia states that ban alcohol, especially Kano, allocated the greatest share of alcohol revenue generated in the state monthly in the south that allow alcohols. It makes the South to look complicit, if not stupid. Of course, of recent, Kano State government destroyed alcoholic bottle worth over 200 million naira and so on. And people have been complaining, okay, you destroy alcohol, but you want revenue from alcohol. So for that reason, this should not be, because the South cannot allow alcohol selling, and you from the North, you are destroying the selling of alcoholic drink. Well, Aloy Ejimako, who we know is a political and Biafra analyst, has given a prediction of what he felt will happen in 2023. According to him, he said, in 2023 presidential election, INEC chairman, head of security agency, and APC or PDP candidate will be Northerners, while the campaigners will be South as usual, of course, with the exception of Tinubu, who will suddenly wake up and start shouting, no restructuring, no election. Of course, well, many exaggeration that Tinubu might likely get the APC ticket, and is really fighting towards that, the way he plays his politics. But online sometimes ago, his picture and that of Dogara were online. The man come as president, as vice president, and everybody believes Tinubu is coming up for 2023. Okay, but Aloy Ejimaka has given his prediction. In Nigeria, we are talking about zoning. So since the Southwest has ruled for 8 years, they have completed the tenure of Yaradua. They have ruled for 8 years. Now it's time for the Southerners to rule, and the Southerners could likely be the Igbo, who have not ruled before, or the Yoruba, who has ruled since the last time of Obasanjo. Well, Aloy Ejimaka also has quoted what Dr. Farouk Beroji said. According to Dr. Farouk, he said, from proclaiming IPOB a terrorist organization and instructing the mass slaughtering of its unarmed member while overprotecting murderous Fulani brigands, Buhari has shown that he doesn't care if Nigeria collapses. Well, according to Aloy Ejimaka, he said, if Buhari doesn't care, why should you care? If Buhari, as number one man, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, does not care, why should you care? That is what is. Well, Aloy Ejimaka, in a live interview, was talking about open grazing. He said it's an act of aggression that needs to be repelled. Well, of course, the Southerners are against open grazing and they don't want it to occur. Well, in the South, kidnapping is a capital offense punishable by death or life imprisonment. Recall Evans, the kidnapper in Lagos. In the North, kidnapping with blood on their hands goes free by the art of state. If that does not tell you that Nigeria is already two, nothing else will tell you. Of course, Allah is trying to point out two differences in error, okay? Using Evans as an example. Evans is a notorious criminal kidnapper who involved in kidnapping, who does kidnapping as a business. And of course, and but in the South is not that. Of course, in the North rather, we are hearing kidnapping. That's what Aloy Ejimaka is trying to say, that has already tell you that Nigeria is into two, so let Biafra go. Of course, let Biafra go. Okay, regarding the protest, as I said today, happening on the 13th of February 2021, today Saturday, right? Aloy Ejimaka has said, LG, we are Nigerian youths. In October, we protested for 12 days. 12 days of looking out for one another. 12 days of giving free medical and legal service. 12 days of rejecting bribe. Then they let the dog out and the guns were fired and we died. Today we rise, we move. That is what Aloy Ejimaka said. All right, today we move. we rise and move. Okay, guys, that is one we have for you today. Less time to go further on what we want to do for today. I told you we're going to be giving you a lot of Biafra news. Today, I want to take you to Ifeanyi Ejiofor, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, a senior counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Well, still on the issue of Fulani herdsmen and the statement made by the governor of Bauchi State, the person of Bala Mohammed, the lawyer to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, has said the new spokesperson for the terrorist Fulani herdsmen in the person of Governor Bala Mohammed recently announced to Nigerians that prohibited firearm, AK-47 in particular, being freely used by monstrous or blood-sucking Fulani herdsmen in perpetrating their atrocious acts is for their self-defense. If therefore implies that Nigerians no longer need approval from relevant authority to acquire same prohibited firearms for self-defense. Self-defense is a constitutional protected right. Thanking Bala Mohammed for reminding Nigerians to be alive to their constitutional rights. Of course, to be alive to their constitutional rights. Well, regarding what Lai Mohammed said, that a person that carries a sophisticated weapon is just a criminal. And unfortunately, this is where we are today. See a great-grandfather, according to Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, reacting to what Lai Mohammed said. Lai Mohammed said that bandits, Fulani herdsmen are just criminals, so they don't need to be proscribed, while IPOB needs to be proscribed. Well, according to what Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor said, he said, unfortunately, this is where we are today. See a great-grandfather who should ordinarily be resting on his retirement bed today, struggling to defend their foot soldiers by smartly avoiding questions on the threat of monstrous activities of terrorist Fulani herdsmen. Post to national security. According to him, he further said, do you still need further clarification on who is bankrolling the terrorist Fulani herdsmen? Of course, their grand patron is in charge. And who is the grand patron of the Miati Hala then was, I think, as President Muhammadu Buhari. There was a time I got to know about it, but I'm not trying to refer it to the terrorist issue going around currently. Well, he said, see for yourself, yeah, super armed robber. Even the interviewers is left in utter disbelief. Of course, the reaction on the video, I wish I could play it, but due to some copyright claim, I can't play what Lai Mohammed said there. Okay, guys, I think we have come to the end of what we have for you on the world of indigenous people of Biafra today. Okay, please just don't forget to also subscribe to my YouTube channel as I take you around the Occupy Lekki massacre, or sorry, Occupy Lekki Tollgate protest happening today. I'm going to give you a lot, all the information you need to know, those that are arrested and those that have been released. If there is any, I'm giving it to you right away. Just stay tuned with us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hang out with Aka Jesus Voice Suit TV. Thank you so much. Now let me take you to Occupy Lekki protests. Well, as I promised earlier that I'm taking you to NSAS protest, second phase, let me put it that way, but the protest that happened in Lekki Tollgate and that was prevented by the Nigerian police security. People have been reacting. According to Boja Media, he said, in Obalanda clash, no police talk had a chill day. But on a peaceful protest, police everywhere like water, a state of the nation. Well, let me say this to you, that the protest today was there were the presence of heavily loaded Nigerian policemen preventing protesters from protesting, having their fundamental rights to protest, and of course a peaceful protest at that, where the police arrested people. There are video online everywhere. If you follow us on our YouTube channel, you will see some police officers arresting people, trying to arrest different set of Nigerian youth that they see on the streets there, all because of NSAS protests. Well, the major aim of the protest is to totally stop the the reopening of Lekki Toll Gate. Of course, they want justice to unveil, and justice is what Nigerian youth are demanding for, but the people are saying that no, that Lagos State Lagos State LCC are saying the place need to be reopened. Well, popular politicians and Omokri has also reacted to this. I said, check Gumi revealed that the bandits that the Muhammadu Buhari is negotiating with are in the process of acquiring surface-to-air missiles. Meanwhile, Buhari is sending his soldier to Lekki to stop Occupy Lekki Toll Gate peaceful protesters. This is why we must end bad governance in Nigeria. That is Reno Omokri for you. Of course, you all know that popular comedian Mr. Macaroni has been arrested. It's really funny. I just saw the video. It's really funny. And please, I will not be uploading a video on this. I will also say that the video will be online in my next video. And so you can subscribe to the channel so you get latest update from us. Believe me, it's really funny. This is really injustice. According to Africa Info 247, that popular comedian and sketch maker Mr. Macaroni, held by the police on the order of Lagos State government for protesting against injustice against NSAS victim and reopening of Lekki Toll Gate. Well, the person of Omojuwa said that, how do you intend to spine this dehumanization of these peaceful protesters? Have a feed day. Please spine it. Kindly spine this relic of slavery, apartheid, and oppression. Go ahead, spine this. These are Nigerian citizens, a country that pampered repentant terrorists. Well, this one is from Godman Akinlabi, who said that the unnecessary show of the force at the Lekki Toll Gate would have been more appreciated in my ancestral home land of Ibarapa, where armed herdsmen have been killing, raping, and kidnapping, not against unarmed Nigerian youths. Also, and kidnapping against unarmed Nigerian youths who just want a better nation. End SARS Lekki Toll Gate protests. According to Royalty, he said, what the police should have done is to protect the protesters that mark out safe areas around the Lekki Toll Gate for protesting Nigerians while allowing free movement of vehicle. But no, in Nigeria, government's form of peace and order is to create chaos where there is none. And SARS. Well, Aproko doctor has said to the video, rampart video of Macaroni in the box. According to Aproko doctor, he said, these are not hardened criminals. These are Nigerians like you and I. Look at how we are being treated like animals. Okay, reacting to that, Aloye Jimako, is a barrister and a lawyer, has said Buhari was governor at 33 and minister at 34 in 1976. 7 years later, he became head of state through an act of treason. 44 years later, Nigerian youth of same age of Buhari was in 1976 were killed by the arm at Lekki and Obigbo under Buhari's watch. Can you beat that? Well, arrested protesters defense insists Lekki Toll Gate must not stand. Occupy Lekki Toll Gate and SARS. Okay, the video, I told you I'll be giving a lot of video. Just follow us. You'll be getting a lot of video from us. Okay, and many other things we need to give. Our first set of protesters arrived Lekki Toll Gate, demand justice for victim of October 20 massacre. Wow, Nigeria really serious. Well, the former aviation minister, person of Femi Fani-Kayode, has already again retweeted another tweet, but this time around not regarding the NSAS or Lekki Toge protest. According to him, he said, arrived safely in Ibadan to spend time with my brother, Governor Sheyi Makinde. I love coming and staying here. This is the old Governor Lodge, which has been standing since 1960. I live here from the age of 4 to 6 when my father was Deputy Prime Minister of the Old Western region. Well, the former vice president and the current, the previous presidential aspirant of the People Democratic Party in the last presidential election, the person of Atiku Abubakar, has said the 1999 Nigerian Constitution has amended Section 40 guarantees the right of citizens to peaceful protests. The courts have also affirmed that right. Anything contrary to that is not acceptable and stand condemned. That is what he said. Well, Omojowa said this was what happened in Lekki today, arresting of a notable comedian. Well, our brother are being treated like animals because they engage in peaceful protests. They are sending a message to us that we don't deserve any dignity. We must liberate ourselves even in the days of slavery. People had some dignity left. That is somebody talking while speaking on the arrest of Mr. Macaroni. Well, he said, this is so sad to watch Mr. Macaroni and these peaceful protesters don't deserve the inhuman treatment from the police. It is totally inhuman treatment, of course. Totally inhuman treatment. Well, Al Jazeera has also said Nigerian police beat arrest protesters at site of Lekki shooting. Okay. Well, most people have been talking, condemning what has happened in Lekki Tollgate. I will keep reading tweets from you so that you see the way Nigerians are reacting and others are also reacting. This one is coming for Blessing Beyond Measures. I said, welcome to Nigeria, where people got into power through democracy and have vowed to destroy all the system that institutions before leaving. Wicked men, they have sold their souls to the devil. People whose only soul and purpose was revenge. That is what we are seeing in today's politics. Of course, you come into power, and when you want power, you start begging for people to vote you in. As soon as they vote you in, you turn your back against them and want to show them that you have power. And the next election, you believe you could ring it and enter. What up? Why? Do these protesters hold knife? Did they hold catapults? Neither did they hold cutlass or gun. Why are they after them? That is the question. Why are these people after these protesters? So Nigeria, we don't have rights to protest anymore. Is that what they are saying? Well, I'm only reading what I have to read. Well, Omokri said the claim by Sheikh Gumi that Northern bandits are acquiring anti-aircraft missiles is shocking. Perhaps Nigeria's government is unaware of ICAO rules. Once anti-aircraft missiles are in the hand of terrorists, Nigeria's entire airspace will be shut down by ICAO. This is serious. According to them, this is serious. Maurice Moye has said, I always know you are a mediocre human when you defend the government. Human rights is near zero here. I strictly write off that individual as a vessel of mediocrity. Today, the atrocity may not touch you, but I guarantee it will touch you or someone you know later. Well, according to what Prime said, he said, just look at how they are treating Mr. Macaroni like hardened criminal just because he protested peacefully. Can you just imagine this in a so-called democracy? That is what Deji Adeyanju is saying. Deji Adeyanju is a human rights activist who have been involved in many protests in Nigeria. He has also been attacked by thugs also when he was later rushed to Dubai for medical treatment. Okay, so That is it. Okay, Jackson Ude said fraud upon fraud. Okay, this is not reacting to the protest, so let me let that with be. Okay, the protest will continue as Kafi said, Nigeria looking for their own government to act in their best interest rather than against them. When will this stop? When will this stop? Venom said it will cost you 0.0 naira to retweet this. Make you see what they do to our people. Okay, while we are still talking about it, Ayemo Juba said people that are ready to kill will always meet people that are ready to die. Okay, second protest, as I said, Storm Lekki Tollgate. Portrait in courage. Okay, more will be coming in our subsequent news on Lekki protests. Well, a lot of reactions I said earlier. Lagos State Police Commander said CSP Yinka Agbayemi is presently leading a team of police officers on a show to force the Lekki toll gates, Admiralty Plaza, Obalende, Ikoyi, Jakinde Roundabout and other areas. Well, this one said, which crime did you see there? Which fucking crime? That is what Bob Daddy is saying. When the real criminals are out, you are busy hiding. Yeah, he said, I don't even know whether to cry or not. How do we even get here as a nation? How do we get here? That is what Premier is saying. Biafra said the Nigerian government abuses its power, which was never truly given by the people. It also uses coercive control, knowing there are no check with a dead legislation to maintain power in order to subject citizens to psychological, physical, and financial abuse. Okay, we'll be rounding off the news shortly, but I want you to know that everybody is crying for revolution. Nnamdi Kanu just tweeted, I began the revolution with 82 men. If I had to do it again, I would do it with 10 or 15. And absolute faith. It does not matter the small you are if you have faith and a plan of action. That is what he said, quoting Fidel Castro in 1959. Of course, we must stand out to protest as our right. We have been picked. Nigerians are ready to be arrested. Well, official AIT reports that says, despite the heavy security present at Lekki, some young Nigerians have still braved the holds to advance their cause in support of their NSAS protest. That is what AIT reports. Of course, I told you many videos will be coming your way soon after this video. Well, as I said earlier, more people are coming, more crowd are coming, different groups demanding and shouting for justice. All they want is justice. All they want is justice. All they want is justice. Justice, all they wanted, all they needed, all they have been crying for is justice. So, when will the government give them justice? That has been the cry. Okay. A lot of news. Occupy Lekki toll gates. According to Arise News, said arrest of protesters shameful. Nigerian government don't want peace. Popstar Fowls said, that is what Fowls, of course, you all know Fowls said, but the one that is really stirring up social media is the arrest of Mr. Macaroni, a popular Nigerian comedian. Well, William has said the NSAS protest called for police reform to improve the lives of policemen. Fela sang zombie for a reason. Tell a Nigerian security officer to kill Nigerians, he will gladly do it. Meanwhile, him no go get food for house. Nama. That is what he said. Well, a popular Twitter update. Moore has also given more update on that. He said, we just got word that the arrested person are in Panti. Lawyers are on their way to Panti now. Just to refresh. Today, the lawyer have gone from Adeniji to Ikeja and now Panti. They still haven't been given access to the arrested persons. Sandra Ezekwesili said the working of Lagos, the most progressive Nigerian state, is shrouded in so much mystery, zero transparency, because explain why LCC owns a Black Maria, has the power to arrest. Of course, they don't have the power to arrest. So who gave them that audacity to arrest if the government is not aware of what is going on? Look at what international media are saying. According to Al Jazeera English, they said Nigeria activists called for protest after reopening of Lekki Toll Gate. US security forces shot at demonstrators in October. Kate Enshan, who has been giving us a lot of tweets, said, has reacted to the fact that Mr. Macaroni will surely get released sooner or later because he is a public figure. My concern is for an average Nigeria. I said, those are the ones I truly worry for. Before it will be an unknown soldier or policeman that ends their life. LCC turned off the lights and removed cameras. LCC refused to submit its original video to the judicial panel for forensic analysis. LCC is now proving Black Marias for the police. Connect the dots, according to them. And this one is from Yemi Alade. He said, to the Nigerian government, your citizens just want a better country. End bad government in Nigeria, end SARS, end police brutality in Nigeria. Ketesha said, Koju Bello. I don't really know what that means. I'm not a Yoruba guy on that. Well, China Television said, my friend died here. Protest claims Lekki Toll Gate reopening. Of course, that is another challenge. Why the gate? People are protesting that until there is justice, the gate should not be opened. NSAS is trending Ash 1 in the United States. The woman, so you still remember the blah, 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 good things about, okay, still talking about the NSAS, but let me just keep that from you, so we'll go further. Report says despite the heavy security presence in Lekki, some young Nigerians have still braved the old to advance their cause to support whatever they need to support. Yes, said Adrian Omokri took to his Twitter account to condemn the action of the police, citing the fact that every Nigerian has the fundamental human right to protest. Of course, you know, Reno Omokri is a former aide to President Goodluck Jonathan, so he was in the last government when this current APC government are marching, protesting, asking President Goodluck Jonathan to resign, and nothing happened. Okay, Anonymous has come again. End SARS, end Lekki Toll Gate, end bad government, end police brutality in Nigeria, end police brutality. Well, Nicholas Ibekwe said more peaceful protesters are arriving the toll gates to defense of the heavy police presence. The government appears to have murdered fear. Wow. This one is Royal Highness said, the video of Ambode warning Lagosians about Sanwo-Olu resurface online. Una don't see say na criminal and mental patient una vote as governor of Lagos State. The Lekki Toll Gate, Lekki massacre, evidence is here. When you vote a fool to rule over you, this is the result. Wow. When you vote a fool to rule over you, this is the result. This one said, my first cousin was butchered yesterday in Oyo, Ibadan. He is alive but badly injured. None of our family member had cattle. They haven't had since they relocated some 85 years ago. This is totally unacceptable. You cannot make everybody a criminal. This one said that is by doctor, that is Waka Waka doctor. He said Nigeria will kill you by all means possible. If they don't kill you at Lekki Toll Gate, they will stress you, raise your blood pressure till you get a stroke. If it doesn't work, they will keep you there in poverty. deprived on basic amenities till you die. A lot of talk on this and on the arrest. Okay, let me read what Omoke finally said again. Former President Goodluck Jonathan allowed General Buhari to protest without arresting him or his fellow protesters. Now, after deceiving Nigerians, he climbed up the ladder of freedom and democracy and destroyed the ladder. We must end bad governance in Nigeria and occupy Lekki Toll Gate. Well, that is all we'll be taking from you today. Please ensure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell. Thank you. My name remains Aka Jesus. God bless you. Hello ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome again to our YouTube channel where we give you latest update of what is happening in Nigeria, Africa and across the world. Alright, today I want to give you latest update coming from the world of Biafra and IPOB. Okay, I will be starting with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra. And then after that, I will take you to what has happened today, the 13th day of February 2021 at Lekki Toll Gate. Of course, you all know that there's going to be a protest today, and rather there was supposed to be a protest today, and due to the heavy presence of the security personalities or personal security agents, the protest could not hold. Quite a number of people were arrested, and a popular comedian known as Mr.